Here's Bob. I swear I was cussing you right now. So let's see. Hold on, just one
Yeah,
second.
we had technical
It's okay. No,
difficulties.
listen.
Yeah,
That's what I was. I was just leaving you a message right now, and I'm like, dude, I get that you don't know anything about technology. What's up, people? Is there anybody even here right
well,
now?
I'm just living the dream, man. You're living the dream. How you been doing?
Hold on 1 second. Let me get
Okay,
I gotta get this.
I better plug this in too.
So Bobby's watching.
Oh yeah. All right.
What's up, Bobby? Matter of fact, there's only two people right now. You know what else happened is I got the live stream. I posted the one with the photo. I was trying to figure out after when you got on and put that link on and then turn your link off.
Right.
I don't know what happened, but then I had to go again. Here's people right here. I had to go again post that the interview again, and it's like there's like two things up. It's like two different things up showing that we're doing this live right now.
Right.
I'm trying to get the other one stopped. Man, that was a cluster. So what's going on? How are you anyway? This was
Man, I'm doing really well, man. Things are just I'm so overwhelmed what's going on in my life, brother. It's just from where I've come from and to where I'm at today, you would never ever believe it. You know what I mean?
No, stop.
Yeah.
That's not true. When you say you never believe it, I'm going to say this, and then we'll get into the interview. And it's like me and you were talking like they're not even there right now. When I went to the Harbor House and I saw you and ran back into you, what last time we saw each other I think was 96 or 97, and in the county jail, you were totally different. Okay, totally different. I don't care if you relapsed. I don't care what happened. And I'll talk about it, and I'll tell people after we got out of rehab, we went out and we relapsed together. We'll get into all that. But even though that happened,
right,
totally different, and you can see that it's only a matter of time. And as far as where you're at right now in your life, I already saw that path coming as well. But let's start.
Wow.
So let's go back for a second. What's up, everyone? I'm sorry about the delays. So this was I right now, like seconds before I came on, I was on the phone cussing him out.
Yeah.
And what happened was, so the other day we went on and the volume was screwed up through whatever happened. So then earlier I posted this is going to be on, and we get all hooked up, and he puts his link on. He doesn't know about technology too much either. Okay, he's kind of like me in that regard. So when he's like, okay, we're gonna get things ready, well, he hit his link off, and then I don't know where you guys switched around, but whatever happened. But it was like I'm talking.
Right.
I wasn't gonna have this shirt on. Things were gonna be different. The camera, I was gonna have the back camera, not this camera. And anyway, it is what it is. All right. So here, the guy I have with me, he put up his real name, which is Thomas Lindely. I've known him since the 90s by Stymie. Okay. We've did time together in the Sebastian County Jail. We never went to prison together, but every time I was in the county jail for any amount of time, you were there.
Right. Always there. Always. Yeah.
You lived there, right?
Right.
So, and here's how it went down. In December, I was sent to the Harbor House, drug rehab here in Fort Smith for a supervised release violation or whatever. And I ran in to stop, and I'm gonna have a difficult time calling you Thomas when I've always called you Stymie. Okay, brother.
Right.
You understand? So
it's the same thing on the streets. Yeah.
Okay. So at some point, if that's what you want in life, I got you. But just in this interview, I can't.
Right.
Okay. So I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything like that.
No, brother. No. That's awesome.
Okay. So let's go back and let's do this. Let's start from the beginning. Tell everybody exactly who you are and where you're from, and then go from there.
Yeah, my name's Thomas Lindley. Most people knew me as Stymie. I'm from Fort Smith, Arkansas. I was born in Mobile, Alabama, but I was raised here in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Started going to prison when I was 18 years old. I was raised basically by my grandparents, but I had an uncle that was from California that was like the father figure in our household. And he done a lot of time in California. And, I looked up to him as a father figure. and he was a member of the Aryan Brotherhood of California. But before he was that, he was a Nazi lowrider, and that's how I was validated as a Nazi lowrider when it was in '95. So, see, I was about 18 years old, and I went into the Arkansas Department of Corrections when I was 19 years old in 1990 was when it was. But before all this, I was watching my uncle, how he brought that lifestyle from California out here. And there was a lot of maneuvering, I can say, as how they manipulated people into join these gangs, and the violence that you had to go to be proven to enter into this family, and that made me feel a part of. And so whatever it took, I felt at that time from that figure that it just inspired me. I looked up to this guy. He did time all out in California in the CDC. And so we started cooking meth and going through all that, and I went into the Arkansas Department of Corrections. And
okay, wait. So let me stop you, because I see
all
what
right.
you're doing. I actually gave him pointers before. I'm like, to every story, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. So let me back up. Okay,
Yeah.
so when did you first start doing drugs?
I started using around when I was 13 years old.
And how did that come about, if you remember?
It was from my uncle, because I remember he was always processing. He was a processor, and we was also getting it mailed from California out here. He was getting it through the mail and stuff like that, which in 2005, when we get to that, my ex-old lady, she got busted at the Links here in Fort Smith with a package coming through the mail. And I was in Tucker at that time, but I hooked her up with all the people out here. So I was running it from Tucker, and she would mail me some in on a piece of paper. Out in California, how they squirt it on the paper and they mail it into you. And you eat.
Was that water or acetone back in the day? You remember?
I believe it was acetone they used on it. Yeah.
Okay. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. Okay, so
right.
So okay, so 13 years old. When was the first time you got arrested?
First time I got arrested, I was 16 years old. I stole my grandmother's car and got on a high-speed chase from Fort Smith to Barling, and the Barling Police Department arrested me. And they put me in the old jail up here in Sebastian County, the old jail above, the one with the guys standing out right across from the federal building, which we're very familiar of. Yeah. But when I went in there was 3 KKK members in there that, and I caught lies too, it was crazy. But anyway, I met these dudes, and I was bailed out. Mama was still alive. Mom, thank God for Mom, but she come and she bailed me out. That was the first time before things started snowballing.
Real quick. So I like to give everybody a shot at saying what they want to say. And somebody asked, right. I want to address this right now. If someone had a short sentence, would they have to join a prison gang? Okay. So I'm going to say this, and then you can say it. So when you say have to, so every state system is different. Even if there's a lot of ones that are close. For example, Arkansas state system was totally different than the California state system in the 90s.
Exactly.
My experience. Arkansas at that time was on they were on some gay shit. California was all about
all the time.
You know what I'm saying? And it was all about punks, pressure punks, all that. In California at that, it was just gang time. You know what I mean? So
that's it.
In regards to this question, it's not that someone would have to. Depends on the state, the system, and the circumstance. Okay, but nowadays, more people aspire or want to join gangs for whatever reason. That's been what I've noticed. Do you agree or not, or what? What's up?
Yeah, let me give you a little history on this. The difference, it totally difference between California and Arkansas. But when I went in the system in Arkansas, there was no war, there was no NAE. I was there when it started, and it come from California. I was sitting in the barracks when the guy that brought it from California out there, and so what do you think about this? Because I was already putting the Peckerwoods down then, because it was 85% black, and there was like four white guys in the whole barracks, and they would they wouldn't fight, they would choose up, and it was I've never seen nobody raped. It was always willingly, because they didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And in 95, when the meth epidemic hit, it started getting totally wider. So they started joining in, and we told them, look, if you're not going to fight for yourself, we're going to start whooping you and running you out of the barracks.
Okay.
You know?
So I went down in the early 90s. I'm sorry. There's a little delay. So real quick, I went down in 92 or 93. I did a year. Then I did a violation, but I did my violation in the county jail. So I only went to ADC once for a year. You know what I mean? And you said that you'd never seen a rape at that time. The first night that I was in diagnostics in Pine Bluff, that they went from when we were in single cells to letting us in 3 barracks. The first night, I seen some dude get raped, straight up, in diagnostics.
Yeah.
But what you're getting at, and I know what you're saying, and I'm just trying to explain it, is that it's pressure punks. So you'd have 3 or 4 dudes roll up on you, mostly black guys. I've seen white, but mostly black, and they'd say basically choose your daddy. And it was crazy to see how many white guys would choose up and not fight back. Do you agree?
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So so go ahead. I forgot where we're at. Did I cut you off or?
But anyway, as that progressed, when all this is going on, I'm getting letters from my people out in California to the formation of this, you know, back in our family, we had to study psychology. We had to study different aspects. There's more to it than just going in there and joining a gang. You know, if you were a fundamental, or if you was a steersman or a leader, you had to take into consideration of what way you was leading and think of the other guys and who was best. You know, just like a position in a company. It's more highly intelligent than people think. But that's where I can form my position. When I got validated out of California to carry this car out here, which in 2008, you know, they shut the books. It was all sleeping giant time, you know.
Okay.
So everybody was going as a sleeper.
So I'm going to be honest about. So I was in the CDC, and the first time I ever heard of the Nazi lowriders, I was in Chino. So what they did was basically, they said I was a flight escape. So I was in Arkansas. I fought extradition for years. They sent me to California. They put me on a violator's yard, which was Chino at the time, right? And I seen these dudes that were Nazi lowriders. First experience I had. Their foundation, the beginning, I believe, came out of the YA. I believe. I'm not really sure.
Exactly.
But you're saying, so your uncle then came to Arkansas and started and kind of tipped people up or got people involved in that.
Well, yeah, after he got the pass from TD or Barry Mills, I mean, Blinky was active, but Barry Mills was the main. You know, that's who we had to get clearance from. Was Barry Mills out of California? That's who clarified the paperwork and everything. But
so this is okay. So I know that there's a big movement on fuck the brand and all that stuff. So look. You're talking about a person, your uncle, that came to this state, and there was a fraction of you guys that started out here, right? Okay,
right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go back. So let's back up a minute. When's the first time you went to the ADC?
It was in 1991.
And what was the charge?
99. Yeah, at the end of 90, beginning of 91.
And when was that? I mean, what was the charge? I'm sorry.
It was burglary and theft of property.
I think he understands that Robert done 23 years and is from a Cali and gang's part of them. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know if you're talking to somebody, if SoFlo's still on me or anyway, but it doesn't matter. So there is people that'll say comments and stuff, just whatever. I do whatever. So okay, so I'm sorry, I gelled out because I was reading that. What did you go down for the first time? I'm sorry.
It was burglary, theft of property, petty stuff.
Okay, so I got to bring this up because it was actually hilarious. When I met you, what was it in '95, and you were doing the nut roll?
Oh yeah, it was really, really bad at that time, man.
No, hold
really
on,
bad.
stop. You were dedicated. What were you trying to get? A psych evaluation? What was the case you were in on? What was the case? What were you in on at that time?
I believe it was aggravated robbery. I think it was. I think it was aggravated robbery.
So what was your? I'm going to tell everybody in just a second. But what was your thinking, your thought process behind doing what you did?
Oh, maybe try to get a deferred sentence or
try to get out on crazy roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, are you embarrassed to talk about it? I'm sorry.
No, I ain't embarrassed. No.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
You woke up. You had to live that. You lived that role. You hear me?
Right.
You had to be off your fucking rocker to do that for as long as you did. You hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You remember what you did?
No, I probably don't, brother. There's so many crazy. Oh yeah.
When he walked you.
Yeah. I remember this.
Freaking day. You hear me?
All day.
For months.
I don't think I was playing, brother. I think that was the real deal. I was pretty burned up back then. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's like so.
I remember that.
That's when I met you.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's when you. Yeah. That's when you were getting.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I remember that, brother. Yes, sir.
So that was actually what I was doing. That's when I was doing my violation, and and so I did the case out in California, Arkansas. California wanted me. I get hemmed up on a fucking dirty urine that I was never even dirty of. I'm in the jail.
Right.
So what you might remember is, and I did a video about this. Somebody that owed me money. I came out. I had a half key waiting in the ground. When I got out, I started slinging immediately. So I get locked up 60 days later, and somebody sends me $9,000 from Robert Rosso to Robert Rosso in money orders. You met Carmichael, the jail dude, pulls me out.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this? Right?
Yeah, he was tripping. Yeah.
And then I ordered $1,000 worth of commissary boxes that day, and that's
starving in Sebastian County Jail.
Yeah. And then I did something about sick fuck. Remember sick fuck?
Oh yeah.
Whatever happened?
Yeah,
to
I visited. I don't know. I don't even know if he's still alive, brother. I really don't. I don't even know if he's still alive.
Remember, he was a great singer.
Man, could he sing the Doors? He used to perform down there at the Miwoks, and he would do a cover of the Doors, and he was really good, really good.
Man, the first time I ever heard the dude that I was in BB Pod, that they just brought me in, and I was going ape shit because I was. So what happened on that case is I was dropping my kids off at school. I come out and they hit me, right? And then I wasn't a meth person then. And then they go in my car and they find $20 of a substance believed to be methamphetamine. Never had methamphetamine, right? So then they take me to the jail and they piss me. I pop for meth. Hey, I was bonkers. Do you hear me? So then I'm in BB Pod, which is locked down. It's like for the troublemakers, whatever. And then the second day, I hear it's at nighttime, and all of a sudden I hear somebody singing the Bangles, Eternal Flame. Close your eyes. It's a female band.
Yeah.
And it was perfect, sick fuck.
Yeah.
Sick fuck. And,
he was crazy.
And he was a sick fuck.
He was very, very, very touched by the Yeah.
So okay. So how many times did you go down to the ADC in the 90s?
Ooh. Well, first time I did 6. I did 2 3s. I did 1 and probably about 17 pro violations.
Say that one more time. I was reading. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
I said probably about 17 pro violations. I did 6 calendars, 2 3s and a 1. Yeah, I didn't stay out much.
Okay, so somebody asked this question: what's higher, a Nazi, lowrider, dirty white boy? There's two different gangs. Let me say
Right.
this, and I'll say this real quick. Wow, I don't even know what your name is. So I went to the feds, and
Right.
when I was in the CDC, California, in '95, there was the Nazi lowriders, and I forgot what other. But anyway, so I then go to the feds in '97, '98, and the lead, all the ABs were locked down, slammed down in the control units, and the only real white prison gang at that time on the line was the Dirty White Boys. The NLRs that were there, any of the Nazi lowriders out of California, it hadn't even mushroomed or started in the Fed yet. Any
Right.
of them, if they were still trying to be on gang time, they all joined the Dirty White Boys, and that was Dusty. There's three of them. I just drew a big blank. Anyway, so it's totally two different things. I will say, and I've told people before, the NLRs really blew up in the feds, and the Dirty White Boys are the most hated prison gang in the feds. I will say that.
That's exactly.
So anyway, so I don't know nothing about this. So tell me, what's up with what happened with your Fed case? What went down?
Well, I was going down the road and I got pulled over, and I was on parole. Had a Mac 11 in the back seat of a car that I was going to trade, for some people, and the feds indicted me. Right? They indicted me on armed career criminal. They give me 180 months. Home yard, Victorville, California. Walked on the yard. Huff, old Huff was there. Ghost, and where are you from? So I'm from Arkansas. Oh, you're Stymie. They knew who I was when I got there. Yeah, and it was a totally. I was prepared because.
Go ahead.
I was prepared because some of the elders have done told me that they were blocking some of the guys coming out of the ADX from coming to that yard because they didn't have their full membership on that yard, and nobody was doing nothing about it. And when I got to the yard, I had one brother on that yard, and they just smashed mongoose off the yard. So they were already looking at me funny. They're trying to tell me my brother was a bad guy, and I told them.
Who was it?
It was the one that had the yard there, Mitch. I can't remember Mitch's. Like, he was seventh on the council for the AB. But anyway, he was telling me one of my brothers was no good. He was a dope fiend, and he didn't get the, at visitation, he didn't get the package in or whatever. So I got into it with one of them, telling them, well, check this out. If you got a problem with him, blase, blase. So they got this other dude named Little Man, which another guy orchestrated this, hit me in the head with a rock and a sock while I was sitting in the TV room, which wasn't good enough. I still got up and, all the fellows were laughing at me. It took three of y'all. It took all three of them to get me down. You know what I mean? And it was just another way of which I was leading up to when we get to the good part about, the reform of Jesus, my Lord and my Savior.
We'll get there.
It all this whole life at Cornhurst, the past to the future of what we've been through and where we're going is all formed in my whole life that I look back when I need to look back, but I see what this purpose was for my life. It wasn't purpose for me to stay in prison or to live the way that I lived in addiction, or it was a purpose of the devil where he had hooks in me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And whether we realize it on, whether we realize it on this earth,
go ahead.
Whether we realize it on this earth or not, we all have a conscious mind. We all have a spirit of God in us. Whether you believe in God or anyone believes in God, my God is so real, because I wouldn't be sitting here tonight on this program talking to you because it's a miracle, brother. It's a miracle.
Well,
you know what I mean? I've been out of prison. I've been out of prison.
So let me. Right. So I put this on the screen. Henry D, member for 1 month. God is good. Go with your brain, not your heart. Go with your
right
brain,
on.
okay. Okay.
That's right.
Rosso, hope you're okay. Okay, so all right. So I'm trying to figure out. You got 180 months in the feds? 180?
Yeah. 180 months, brother.
So where did you do your time at?
Got out Victorville, Beaumont, Terre Haute, Coleman, and went home from New York.
Okay, what New York? Where?
Otisville.
Did you? Okay, Simon,
Yeah.
So let's put it out there. You dropped out, right?
Yes, exactly. That's
Okay,
what
no,
God. That's what. Yeah. That's
okay. So no, I
that's
just
the start
wanted
of that.
okay, cool. So you got out. So you
Yes,
ended up.
sir.
So that's so okay. That's why you went to. Okay, I got you, Otisville and stuff. So here, when you got out of prison,
Right.
what did you do? What did
Right.
you do from the feds?
When I got out of the feds,
Yep.
let me tell you something. When I was going through my PSI, there was a man that prayed for me. His name is Kane. He runs a boys ranch up in Worcester, Oklahoma. And he looked me in the eyes. He said, "You're going to be out in 6 years." 6 years went by, and then they come out with that law: if the firearm wasn't used in remission of a violent crime, if you wasn't going to shoot somebody or you had it. Anyway, 6 years I got out. I had some old fines in Poto, Oklahoma. And after I got out of jail, I started walking. You know how far Oklahoma to Arkansas is. So I got about halfway, and God's been dealing with me already on this level already. I said, "God, I need a ride." This man pulls up about 10 minutes later and said, "God told me to give you a ride." I looked in that car. I ain't seen this guy since I got released. It's the same dude that prayed for me. The same man prayed for me that told me that God told him to pick me up. I said, I gotta answer a prayer for you, man. Your prayer worked.
Okay.
I got out in 6 years. Yeah.
Did you? So what happened? How did you? So you got it in 6 years. What happened? One of the law changes?
Yeah. They come up with that what's it called? I can't
What
remember
year?
the name of the
What
law.
year was it? What year? I'll tell you.
2000. It's 16,
Oh, okay.
15, 13. Johnson. The
Johnson
Act, I believe it
was.
was.
Oh my God, you were just ecstatic.
Yeah.
For real, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. That was a blessing, brother. That was a real blessing right there.
Hey, somebody said convicting Stymie is a real G for doing the Looney Tunes to get out. That was back in the day. Okay, so here we're talking about when you were doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, Marky Mark.
Yeah.
This is one of my homeboys from Pedro. He's going to be on there. Go ahead.
I've been blessed with some sense. I've been blessed with a lot of sense, brother. Yeah.
Oh no.
I was just saying.
No. So let me be clear in case there's any.
It's been a real. It's been a real ride. Oh, can you hear me?
You're breaking up for some reason a little bit.
My God's a gangster, brother. And I'm gonna tell you what, it takes. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can.
Now?
Something's going on with your sound.
Oh. Okay.
So where are you?
Now you're all the way out. I can't even see you. Woo!
Gee, hey, the devil's trying to take you out of here.
Arkansas, where are you? Can you? I already know. Hey, brother, I already know. Hey, my God's a gangster, brother, and he's took me, and it's easy to live a life when the devil's got you trapped in addiction and got you just where you don't, whatever's got you bound up, man. there's only one way, man. There's only one way, and try to live this life, walking daily for our Father in heaven, walking daily for Him, and doing the right thing, and just putting people on. Oh, it's
Yeah,
over with.
hold on.
Hey,
No. Hold on. Hold on. Okay.
all
Oh
right,
shit, we're gonna lose. Okay, so here's what I want to say. Hold on. Here's what I want to say. So I'm gonna try to. I'm just okay. I'm trying to, just in
right,
case this goes out or something. I want to bring all this in and put some more context to this. Okay, can you
okay.
hear me better now, Stymie?
We didn't even get to Jesus, brother. Huh?
We're gonna get there. That's
Oh
what
man.
that's what I'm
Woo! It's
trying to get.
things better
I'm
now.
trying to.
I didn't know things.
I'm trying to.
It's
Go ahead.
get to my Jesus, brother. Get to my Jesus. That's yes. Things are perfect now. Things are great. It's not easy, but man, once God revealed the knowledge to me about this walk with Him, it's over with, man. You got to be a G. You got to be a real gangster to walk with God, brother. And that part of life that I can't change maybe can help somebody that wants to come out and get to know Him, that wants to really live a full life where you can have control and not live with the shifting winds that blow you back and forth, that the devil takes control of everything in your life and he's trying to kill you, he's trying to take you away. That's what all that ideology of gangs, and God wants to reveal Himself to you.
Okay, so hold on. So that I want to stop for a second, and I want to bring into the Harbor House to where you are now. Okay, let me do it because we're breaking
Right,
up. I wanted to do it together,
right,
but I'm afraid something's going to happen, and I don't want to miss this. Okay, so here's what happens. I
right,
go to the Harbor House, and I'm sitting there one day, and it's the rehab in Fort Smith. I'm sitting there one day, and here he comes. He walks up, and he's living in the transitional living side of build houses. There's a couple of them outside of the inpatient. So he starts talking, and I'm thinking to myself, man, this dude is changed for real. Like I never thought that he would relapse at that time, right? So a couple things
right,
happened. We started talking a little bit more because he was working as much as he can, working out, gym in the morning, nonstop, boom, boom, boom. One day he comes up to me
yeah,
and he said something about needing $20 for whatever reason. No big deal. Okay, I gave him $20, and then a week later, if this is this is my memory. Okay, a week later, you said,
right,
"Hey
right,
Rosser,
right.
can you give me? Can you, we've known each other now?" So he said, "Can you hit me with 100 and I'll get you back?" I said, "Yeah, bro." And he said, "I got a girl. I want to spend the night with her in a hotel room." Flag went up in my head. Right?
Yeah,
Okay, so what happens then is comes back, takes care of me, like he said, never his words gold. Takes care of me,
yeah,
and then a day later, somebody said, "Man, Stymie's gone. He left the
yeah,
transition." I'm like, "No way." Okay, so he sent word to me, that he's doing good. Don't trip, brother. I'm doing good. I just had to get out of there, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." So anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah. Lies.
we hook back up. We hook up, and I relapse. And when I relapsed, it was not with him, but so it was down here. It was in an ice storm, and then when I went back up there, I got together with him, and we did our thing together a little bit, right? So this is what I'm trying to
Right.
get at. He had an apartment. Remember I gave you some furniture. What'd you do? What happened to the furniture?
Me and Gerald, that's why I left, man. Me and my brother Gerald.
You
Yeah,
sold it.
yeah. I said, well, I'm gonna go help him. I went to the apartment, and it was terrible, man. It was
So
really
look.
bad.
This is what I'll never forget. So you had that girl, the black girl. I liked her, by the way, but she did what she did. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
we're all in the house. There's no furniture in there. I gave him a bunch of shit, some
thank you,
stuff that he
Lord.
liked. Oh, he came down here, by the way. He came to my house. Let me stop.
Yeah,
Stop. I got to say this, and this puts me out there in a bad light. So when he came down here, he brought his pit bull. Had an awesome dog. He gave it to me because he couldn't take care of it. It ran off, by the way. So I just love this dog. When he came down,
Oh, wolf ate it. He probably got ate by a bear out there.
Oh, your dog was the biggest pussy.
A bear probably ate it.
Biggest pussy pit bull.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have trained him any other way. That was my kid. I love that dog.
So this is what happens. So
yeah, man.
So I'm already on one, right? And I'm causing. This is when I'm finding excuses to fight with my wife to leave, whatever. That's the God's honest truth, right? So I come down here that day. Actually, I was sober. He'd been on one, but I'm going to go. He came down to the house. We're going to hang out and party a couple of whatever we were going to do. He comes in my house and falls asleep. right? So I go. I get.
Yeah.
I was going to get a four-wheeler. I was taking it, and I took him in the mountains, and we'll get to that. By the way, scared to death. I was going fast.
Wow.
Okay,
man, I didn't know what. Yeah. Yeah.
So I go get a four-wheeler for my friend. I brought it down here. I mean, it's in the middle. It's about 9 o'clock at night now. He's sleeping at my house, and a cop pulls me over. I had this four-wheeler on a trailer. It just so happened that 15 minutes earlier, out in the back roads, these mountains, somebody was doing. They were kicking indoors, and from what I understand, and they were robbing four-wheelers. So they thought that I had stole the four-wheeler. This cop hits me, talk greasy to me. You hear me? And I was pissed. I called my PO. By the way, our probation officers were the same one. That's not. Hi, so and so. Your federal probation officer.
Yeah.
So
they'll be up there tonight.
What'd you say?
Crazy. I said they'll be up there tonight. You better.
Yeah. No, I don't care. I mean, that's month.
I know. I'm just saying.
I went to
just
jail.
I know that,
jail's
brother.
One of the dirties I got. Right. So what happens is that the cops. So they find out. They call my PO. My PO's talking to them. Blah blah blah. To let me go. I come back to the house and I get high. He's asleep. You hear me? And there's never any county sheriffs around my neck of the woods. Never ever on my street, or if you want to call it a street, a lane, whatever. That night, two of them, and I lost my goddamn mind. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, Stymie. I know.
Oh.
So I lost it. I've never been paranoid down here. I lost my mind. I lost it. That's the time I went crazy. He ended up bringing him back home. We didn't see each other, and I get a call from him here after I got out of jail recently, and you were working at Twin Rivers chicken process plant, right?
Right.
And they love you there, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know they do.
They did, and
I love them too, man.
You went on. That was your last relapse, right? What happened after that?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm trying to get at. What happened after that?
Yes, sir.
Go.
Well, I've to one of the most awesomest person in my life that really has a big part of God. First, it's God, but Apostle Bobby Hogan at Kingdom Living on 4401 Windsor. I got to be around him, and basically his anointing has rubbed off on my life through God's will, and everything since I was been around that man, him and his wife Teresa Hogan, the ones that had ministered to me, and I was living over at their Hope House. They have a recovery center. It's called the Hope House. If anybody needs help and wants out of addiction, but
there you go.
It's just an awesome experience, learning and listening to somebody that is so dedicated, and the Lord loves them. I mean, the Lord loves them, and I've been surrounded by other individuals. This my big oh wow,
what?
We just died, brother.
You're there.
I'm blank here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
But anyway, I've ran into God has put so many beautiful people in my life, and like my big sister Muncie, and Joe and Jack, Pastor Jack, and there's so many people that's in it that has inspired my life from their walk of God, that it's overflowed into my life, and I've seen in the people that I've hurt, and the thing I'm going with God is a daily step, and it's a so much better life for us. So it's it's just awesome, man, to live on this side, and I'm trying to reach brothers that are still addicted, where the enemy's just trying to kill them, brother, and have to be able to look yourself in the mirror, to be able to take care of your people, your wife or whatever, if you have one. It's time of other people, because the times are getting short. I mean, God is real, brother. Jesus is real, and it's only the blessings that we can communicate, right? That everything in life revolves around our Father, and God has a fire in me that I can't explain to you, and the calling on my life. I'm sitting in a waiting room right now, but I've been able to get at a church that I go to. My home church is Kingdom Living, but where I've been involved, that I've been released, I can, through my spirit, I can explain the knowledge that He has given me from the path that I was on to where I'm going. And it's a lot of work. You go through a lot of battles, where we would deal with it back the other way. We don't deal with it now. We just put Jesus on it. We put Jesus on everything. It takes a lot of study. It takes a lot of time on your knees, and it takes a lot of His grace, love, and mercy to carry us out from where we've been and not to ever go back again. It's a total transformation and the renewing of your mind. It's awesome. Thank you, Bobby Hogan. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. You know what I mean? It's it's awesome, brother. I wake up every day, you know, and it's help get them in rehab and watch the light come on in their eyes, because that's not cool, brother. That's not cool to see people like that. And that's why, and I'm so much happier that I ain't got to live that way no more. He's awesome, and I'm
Yeah.
after you
So
too, brother.
let me.
God's after you.
So let me.
I
No.
can't wait
So
to
I
get
was
you
gonna.
in the church house. Yeah.
So hold on. I was gonna go there. I was gonna say, he frequently writes
I
me at
couldn't wait.
5:40 in the morning. He frequently sends me messages at 5:40 a.m. I don't know what that means, but it's all about the same time. And he has been so on me,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, Rob, what are you doing? I'm thinking
Yeah.
about you. What's going on? Stop. Are you doing okay? Like what? I mean, just on me, understand? And I respect and I appreciate it,
Right.
no matter how I feel
I
about
love it.
religion or spirituality. All I'm saying is it doesn't bother me. I appreciate
Right.
it. And I want to say something else I thought about earlier. And I want you to, and I'm not trying to bring it.
Right.
I know you want to go forward. I get it, right? You said one thing one time, I'll never forget it. It being in your apartment. And you didn't mean it whatsoever. This is what I'm saying. When I first saw you,
Yeah.
where you are right now, there was no doubt in my mind you were going to be where you are right now.
I'm going.
No, we were in your apartment. There's nothing
Right.
there.
Yeah.
We're getting high. And you said, I love this life. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You do not. You do not whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? You didn't. You were fooling yourself. You were fooling yourself.
Yeah, yeah, but that is part of the trickery of the other side of the enemy. You know what I mean? You have to have
Yeah.
a realization of what's going on. You know, and a lot of people are in that frame of mind right now. A lot of people are going to be in hell for that same frame of mind, brother. My God's a gangster. He didn't go on that cross and get beat to death and not cry to God. He said, "Hey, it's done. It's finished." And still loved him. Still loved him. Still loves him.
I'll never forget
That's
being
real.
in Vinny's. I'll never forget being in Vinny's class, and that was the so-called anger man. He was great, by the way. He had big hope, big faith in you, Vinny.
I love Vinny Scott. Vinny Scott is the man, brother. Yes, I love Vinny Scott.
Being in there. I'll never forget being in here. He called you the little wizard, and
yeah,
I knew you were moving on to bigger and better things besides fucking your life off with dope, bro. I knew you would be. I knew it.
Yes, sir.
Man. We went out and got high.
Yes,
we did our thing. I knew you were moving on to bigger and better things, Stymie. I knew it. I knew it. Anyway, go ahead. Take it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You guys are closing. What's up?
That's what I've got. I hate to bust out, but I've got to go. Huh? I've got.
Go ahead.
Got to go to an NA meeting.
Do your thing. Good.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. Thank you for coming on. I'll take it from here.
Huh?
Go ahead.
All right. I love you, brother.
Love you too, bro. Give me a call. That really blows, man. I mean, what blows is yeah, the stream or whatever happened in the sound effect, that sucked. Really sucked. And I'll tell you what, I didn't think that interview was gonna happen again. The other night I thought so, but anyway, you know, he was nervous before he came on. Well, he didn't say that, but I can tell, and I'm just like, look, you can say whatever you want, just remember every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And as somebody who comes on here and you know, runs my mouth and rambles on, I know that people want to be entertained and informed, right? I get that. And let me get him off out of here. And say it name banned from studio. So oh shit. What do I do? Okay, so I just told them, I said, look, we're gonna go over your early years, the prison stuff, you know, do the gang stuff, and then we're definitely going to talk about relapsing together. There's more. It started going out. I was trying to since I used drugs again, I can say that there's been like 3 times when I was like out of my mind, paranoid. You know what I mean? Like just and that time when he was here was one of them. Jesus Christ! But there really were law enforcement on my street. And they don't come here. So there was a reason for me to be paranoid because, you know, the probation thing. I called my PO when the Sebastian County sheriffs stopped me in the middle of nowhere. And let me tell you why. The reason just so you guys know, the reason I called my probation officer. That road, it's secluded. Let's put it that way. Back in the day, there was the school bus driver got shot because somebody had a Cuban that they adopted. This is years ago. Rachel Jones. What do I know? Anyway, I called my PO because I was mouthing off to a sheriff or a deputy that was mouthing off to me, and I thought to myself, you know what? This dude's gonna kill me out here. That's the truth. And I wasn't high or nothing. This guy's gonna get me. Yet I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. He was such a dick that welcome. He's my family. Right on, Rachel. He was such a dick that I can't. I have an issue with. I'm not going to say I have an issue with authority. That's not true. I have an issue with authority that are you know, certain kinds of authority. But you know, I called him and I said, you know, I forgot how I put it. my PO. Something happens, basically, you know why. This dude was going off, talking bad, talking grease to me, cussing me out, told me to get the fuck home and in my house and don't fucking come out. Said all that. And the next day, when I pulled in my driveway, a different sheriff came and told me that I should move out of the state. And that is the truth. But anyway, that's a different story. The truth had a crush on them. Okay. So let me say this. Wayne Duncan, what's up, bro? So just filtering top bottles. You guys are going back and forth about mob tube stuff, I guess. Do your thing. She doesn't like the vampire. I'll put people's comments up, and I started like running through them because it doesn't really apply here. I'm not going to stop people. I don't do that whole chat. You guys can say what you want. You guys meet up in different chat rooms and you guys talk to each other. That's all right. Shadow Band, John Wolf. Do I get a car to be a Nazi lowrider? Get a car to be a Nazi lowrider. Do I have to get a car to be a Nazi lowrider? Yeah, no problem, bro. Thanks for the support and the questions. Nazi lowriders in Dongle. Yeah, I'm not sure, Lewis. Make it bounce. How the hell would I don't know. You do have me interested on what's going on, but I'm not looking that way. Look, Renegade, AK Romeo. AB leader does a stream from his cell. Oh, look for Renegade, AK. Oh, Ronnie. AB leader does a stream from his cell. No shit. So, once upon a time, the prison genre, putting stuff out there, completely would be considered snitching, ratting. I've said to myself, the way I justify it, if you will, is anything that's knowledge within the prison system, I have no qualms, no problem about putting it out. Or how certain people feel about certain individuals, that's no problem. There's a couple things I've said that I wish I wouldn't have. That's true. But everybody that used to talk shit and say, oh, he's going to get fucked up if he does this, if me, like if I went back to the joint and everything. And I couldn't argue sometimes. And listen, anybody at any time could be got for any reason. Anybody at any time, especially somebody that's a public figure or that has a following on the internet or whatever, can be got for any reason. You'd be freaking amazed at the people in the joint who are hardcore, whatever, who want to be on YouTube, who want to like put all their business out there. It's amazing. For real. It's amazing. No bullshit. You guys would trip. So you just said I bring that up because you said something about an AB leader streaming from his side. I didn't know that. And I'm going to go back and do that. April Lefty still mad at you? Okay. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do that AB thing. Thomas got out. I'm way behind. I'm going to do the whole thing about all the different Aryan Brotherhood gangs. I remember when you did that, Stymie. Rachel, damn, we were way far behind, and it sucked because of his because he was going out. So I was trying, Rachel. I can't remember, but you know, Stymie, obviously, he's a really good guy. Also, I need to say this: in Fort Smith, he lived right next door to the Harbor House for a while. I don't know if they're squatting or what they were doing. Slinging probably 3 or 4 ounces, whatever, or allegedly, whatever. And the counselors used to say, that guy, they told me this later, this guy right here, he's ready. Like he'll be here soon. Because they can see he's like struggling. He didn't, but when I ran into him again, I was amazed. And I was surprised when he relapsed. Yeah, like I said, we did together. It wasn't that many times, but well, he lived close to where I lived in Fort Smith. That's the truth. I mean, he lived close. So when I was being an asshole, sneaking out of my house with my wife, it was easy for me to go there. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. You make it bounce. What's it? Okay, watch. Let's see. Can't start arguing with them at trail. So what else up? April, I can see both of you grinding. You be careful, rude to John. I don't know what's up. This religion is good. Jesus. Let me see what you're saying here. I love this. Awesome, Stymie. We love you, Rachel. Here, Rachel, I'm gonna give you your props. Yeah. Listen, we didn't talk about what fun thing. All of a sudden, nasty, whatever. We didn't talk about. I don't talk to people. A little bit of delay, yeah, Marky Mark. I don't talk to people about what to say and what not to say. Well, I asked him not to bring up stuff about me and my wife or something like that. But I mean, just to watch it or whatever. What did you say? Why tattoo your face though? I would have asked him that. But I never tell people what they can or cannot say. Let them go. Like I like the whole not knowing too much about them. As a matter of fact, there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Birdman. He has a show that's about drugs and recovery. We're going to get together on Sunday. I don't know if I don't think he has. I don't think his channel's that big right now. I think he's got a couple thousand subs, if that, or maybe there's like 1 million. I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. But he reached out to me. I can care less how big your channel is or small or whatever. And I saw a couple of his videos and it made me smile. And so I said, yeah, for sure. For sure. Billy, did Lee take the wrench away? This is Mobtude bullshit, right? I came, I saw, I destroyed. That's all I got to say about Mobtude. I came, I saw, I destroyed. And it set me back on my channel. Yep, the orders of John. You guys all that talking about Angel and John Gotti's stepdaughter. I don't want you guys got to hang up on that. You guys do what you're doing. Agnostic. I'm always afraid. Okay, you guys are all doing that. At first time he truly meets God and frees his spirit. Hey, Johnny Leonard, I swear to you, brother, I swear to you. Even before he started with any of the Jesus talk or God talk, and I'm not saying that in a rude way, or I knew he was there. I knew where he was going. I knew the direction he was going in. He'll be one of those guys that's preaching around the streets, and some people might think they're nuts, whatever. It's in his heart. It's in his heart. It's who he is. I'm not saying he's going to be fanatic yelling at cars, or he could be. It depends. It depends. He was there before he even knew it. He was. And he does. He sends me messages. Got a feeling about you, Rob. You okay? Okay. So this is the dumbest live chat I've ever been in. Congrats. The dumbest live chat. I don't know if you're talking about what the interview or that's just the chat. I guess the chat room, but whatever. You're still here. You're two having conversations only you two know about. Yes. So, Grind, you're actually right. And I apologize for that, Grind Jr. You're 1,000% right. So here's what happened. I would have brought people in. You know I usually do. It was his stuff was going out. His stream was. Did you see the delay? So I couldn't add context and bring it around and say what I would have said. When, where, times, dates, months. I would have did that all. I saw that it was going south. So I was letting him try to get out what he wanted to say while trying to add that too. That's what I was trying to do. But you're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right. And was it recent? Yes. Grind. It was when I relapsed in February. So yes. What's up? See, I'm doing good. Yesterday I did a bunch of yard stuff. You know what's crazy? I look at there I'm on the TV. Man, I was outside in the sun for hours yesterday. It doesn't look like it. Yes. I would to see Lee Cole or James Proctor or Tony or Jimmy Kleiner or Vinny Rugg. Body cameras show where they were body camera, and we get to watch them live. What? All right. So let's go down here. Piss on him too. April rings. Hey, you guys. Are there any adults here? Yeah, you guys are gone. Like, it's all mob stuff, right? Only these two. Yeah, Grind, you're right. I'm gonna put everything you say up because you're on point, Grind. You got that right for sure. Well, everybody has a right to free speech, but I'll let you say that you can talk smack about me if you wanted to. I'll put it up there because you've been around for a long time. And it did. The interview was, it sucked to me. Well, yeah, it was bad because of the stream, because of what happened. So I love Rob. I'm going to have to check out. Like you said, nothing's making sense. Yeah. No, nothing made sense. Damn it. I can see that too. Do this. CB. Nothing made sense. Well, I bet I'm going to go back and watch this myself, actually. And I know I'm going to be like, oh, man, that sucks. I know it. What do you think God is telling my son when he's in a grand mal seizure? Oh, Fuzzy, don't do that. I know I get what you're saying, but I like had an answer and I don't want to do that. I don't care what anybody's opinion is on religion. He had his, you got the sense that fans of the creators had killed someone, cooked them, and get what cult-like behavior. I'm not sure. Anybody who did time can come on here and say what, I'll give them their platform. That's the truth. You seem to have changed so much, Stymie. Congrats, Rachel. There you go. And boy, Grind, you're living in my head right now when you said that. Or somebody else. This doesn't make sense. Only these two know what they're talking about. It sucks. Jeff Nadeau is trying to build his own cult. So are you guys talking about a bunch of people that never been around the mafia and just talk about the mafia and never did any prison time or anything? Just what you talking about? Okay, everyone, I'm out. Rob, later. Stay safe and healthy. Grind Jr. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, MobTube, full of a bunch of people, with the exception of Angel. Angel's the daughter of John Gotti. You guys talk about stepdaughter. Who cares if she was? What's that mean? But I don't. Jeff has thin skin. Listen, this ain't worth my time, Rob. I can get Billy Grant. Here, Paul, I'll give you that. Hold on. Paul, see, there you go. Look it. I'm telling you, we were talking about, we were going to go over all of them. I told him we're going to go. This is what I told him. Say what you want. I know he was fired. He's on fire about the Jesus message. Do it at the end. Beginning and middle of end. That's what I told him. I said, I'll lead it. I'll ask questions. If you're comfortable, talk. If not, don't do it. It's exactly what I told him. Never told him what to say or what not to say. But I saw early on, he was talking and he was just trying to get right. He was trying to get right there fast. I saw it. That's what he's on right now. And what's up, Rob and chat? So I was trying to jump in and try to make this whole thing worth it, guys. That's what I was trying to do. I swear. That was the thing. And I think you know what I'm saying. Jeff is hungry for fame, will consume human flesh to achieve it. Jeff, when I met Jeff Nadeau, he told me straight up he's a content creator. Ruby Tuesday. Okay. Thank you. Good to see you. You're back here too. How long has Stymie been out of jail? That matters. Grind. God, I wish I could have got these early. Stymie's been out of jail. Wow, a long time. Oh, he did his paper. He cleared the feds. Yeah. And he was in Fort Smith. So Rachel, you know him obviously. So let me say this. And I'm doing a video about this, so maybe even a live. So I was charged with basically 46 pounds of meth in 7 months. Okay. They got me a life sentence. Now on paper, it was like a few it was nothing. It was package receipts. They didn't have any drugs. It's called Ghosto. 46 pounds of meth ain't shit today. Homeless people can move that much. People run around with pounds of meth all the time. I say that because there's no money in it. People run around just you guys got me cracking up in the comment section. It's bunk. There's Stymie's always sending me motivational things. It's great. He does, Rachel. I mean, if you guys were in his thing, he's really good. Rosso needs to visit the Beehive. Shadow Band, what's the Beehive? Like as in Beyonce? At least Jeff chats aren't a bunch of 12-year-olds seeing how many video games they play. So I will say this. Jason. Oh, I got you, brother. Well, I would have put it there. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. I got you. I hear you. But this chat, this is the one that I've had that was the Beehive is run by an ex-pimped out, ex-morbid obese woman who loves bad black men. You talking about? I don't. SoFlo are friends. Are you talking about Angel? So you were a dumbass for a whole year. Congrats. So you were a dumbass for a whole year. Me, I've been a dumbass all my life. Turn your name around. Eyes a lot. We dropped in your eye one night. Thank you, Thomas. Is great. You're welcome. I get the feeling I didn't miss much. Yes, no, Todd. No, it was the sound system was messed up. It was rushed. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Paper used a lot of. Hello, Rob. Rachel Jones. Hey, Rachel. Thank you for finally saying hi to me. It's cool. I've known Stymie for 30 years. That's what I'm glad. I'm glad somebody that know him came in, and I'm sad that it didn't go. I've had some really good luck lately, Rachel. If you don't know, and the interviews have been coming out pretty decent. And Lefty ex-girlfriend came into your chat and disrupted it, Rob. No, listen. No. I'm talking about Shadow. Here's what you just said. Hold on. Lefty's ex-girlfriend came in your chat and disrupted it, Rob. No. Listen, you got this, Rob. No drama. Stay clean and sober, brother. This is the first time I've had people from the mob genre. Basically, that's what's going on. Come in and talk about things I don't have any clue about no more. That's all. And it was like so. It's been like on point. Everything's been totally on point, but you guys are here, right? I mean, you're here. Don't trip. And it wasn't. It was not. What's up, Greg? What's up, Todd? It's not It wasn't one of my better interviews, and it wasn't one of the better streams for sure. So let's put it out. I'm convinced FBS is back on proving Coke's coming back big time, people. So 70 pounds washed up on in the beaches of Florida recently. Congresswoman found it. It's coming back big time. We lived in Fort Smith for years. Rachel, do we know each other or not? Seriously. I wasn't around Fort Smith much, by the way. Okay, a convict's perspective. Thank you, Robert. No problem. The truth. Hey, man, how are you doing, buddy? I'm all right. I'm doing okay. Busy. Joey, you lied right there. If the sound was going, if the sound was going great, thank you. Marta's extremely beautiful. We are extremely separated, and but that's all right for both of us. Better right now. Video that DWB some stuff. I wish I caught the video. Did the DWB's beef with the NLRs? Dude, I got to say it a little bit lower. Yeah, and just on one more thing on that, and I'm not keep putting content. I'm going to keep putting content. Marta is the most beautiful person I've been with inside and out, and my guess would have been good. It's the volume and everything got screwed up, and he was trying to rush to the point he really wanted to be here for, which was to spread the word. He's off into the Christianity thing, and that's And that's okay with me. I'm not where he's at all. I will say the first time I cried out to God, if you want to say cry out, in 25 years was not long ago. Have you conducted one, buddy? Have I conducted one? What? I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's it about. I'm sad that the situation with Martin and I's happened. But unlike many of these rude cretins, RJ Reynolds really knows how to RJ Reynolds ingratiate himself with wise guys. If Thomas makes a channel, I will sub. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to. Bob is stand-up guy, in my opinion. I guess I think I'm gonna go. You guys, it's Friday night. I almost want to let you guys stay here and go back and forth. I've been watching. Okay, Jason. Oh yeah, Jason, you've been around a long time. And the haters are gonna hate. Listen, let me tell you something. Haters show up, create views. You know, yeah, I've said before, I've had thin skin and gone on. Right now, I can give a damn. Rosso, you missed Lee Cold Coward attempt. All right, Shadow Band John Wolf. If you're still here, before I get off, please, what are you saying? Coward attempt at what? Oh, a fake boxer named Tony Silo. Okay. I got you. Lee Cole 8A. I got steak yesterday. Okay. I got you. I see what's going on. What's more embarrassing than Mob 2 creators or the subscribers? Wow, Southie, stop. Should I leave that there and pause it for a minute? I was fascinated with the Doors, James Proctor, the Silo's answers. James has been kind to me. He's been a friend. Well, he's been a long distance friend. He did the thing when I was in jail. He's with Lee now. Lee Cole will do anything for content, and he'll do any. Doesn't matter. He's been a friend to me also. I was going to inpatient rehab no matter what, because probation was sending me. He made me want to go embrace it. That's the truth. But boy, he will turn on a freaking dime for content, and his channel is growing. Somebody near and dear to me said, "What the fuck would you go on his show for? He needs you." They need real people. They're not real people, Rob. These guys that do these mobs aren't real people. They're mob fanboys or people that want to make money. They need real people like me. That's right. Anyway, and you can say what? You can say real this, real junk. I'm surprised Lee did not strike the lightning. And let me tell you this, damn, Lee Cole's a piece of work I don't watch. Remember you ever see like the person, there's a crowd, and the crowd wants to get everybody. There's a person in the back that throws the rocks, hides. Oof. So any animal, I don't hate Lee Cole whatsoever. I don't. The other day I did an interview with them. The interview went a place right off the rip that I felt that I shouldn't have been talking about at that time. I asked him to take down the video. He did not. I couldn't trust him, so I went ahead. Whoa, what's this? The dude clickbaited a shit talk unsubbed. I couldn't trust him, so I had to do something. But he was whiny about, why did you do the interview with me then? Lee, you know he's dead. And I went back and watched what you said about me when I was up your way, when I was going to visit you. Oh, Matt Davenport, you came on big time. I'll get you there, buddy. Rob, been watching a long time. Hold on. Been watching a long time. Keep rocking. I'm going to do a nice donation for you soon. Don't let the trolls drive you nuts. Matt Davenport, the trolls watch. They're here. They watch. And that creates money. I love trolls. I've learned to look at it a different way. And listen, and I want to put everybody's comment up here. And this is the first night that it wasn't about the show. However, I can say this too. And Rachel, no offense to our friend Stymie. It was messed. It wasn't, we weren't engaging enough for everybody. You know, we were talking amongst each other. Like you said, I was trying to get points out. So yeah, I can see why people want to go to chat and discuss other stuff. Here, I'll give you that too. Since this is big, I was with Frank Salami and wanted to ask you, did you ever run into Stevie Rossetti? I was with him. No. Greg Parrish, no, if you're asking me that. I'll let you guys go, Matt. There you go. Donate to Rob. Let's help him get the channel built back up. You're going to build good momentum. Thank you. Okay, so you guys want to turn this chat room on me and talk greasy about me right now? Everybody, I'm going to do a lot more content on Patreon or Patreon, whatever it's called. I'm going to do YouTube. I still am. I'm going to be doing hours a day of content, whether it's live or not. You guys will see. You will see. You know why I know I'm going to? Because I'm in a prison right now, people. I can't go nowhere. I'm in the middle of nowhere with no vehicle and nothing but myself. So you guys are going to get content. And I'm going to be talking about drugs. So I'm going to be talking about drug stories on different channels, tweaker stories, coke stories, drug dealing, the stuff. I mean, in government officials out there that are listening or may listen later or whatever, courts, probations, judges, whatever. I have to create content. So it might not be conducive with message that people want to hear. But so we'll see what happens. And I'm blogging on my channel over at Patreon. I always have a problem with that. Okay, hold on, Rich. Let me go back to you real quick. I'm not sure Kim and Larry Smith are my aunt and uncle. Do you know them? No, I can't say that I do, Rachel. And you know what? Like I said, I didn't do my, I was down here. Actually, I didn't do, I can't say I didn't sell drugs around here. I for sure did. Yes, and she is European Spanish and not Hispanic. I don't know if you guys are talking about who. Yeah, I did dirt. It went out of state a lot. Whatever. Okay, here you go. There you go. Don't lose Marta, bro. But losing 47K in one item roulette is pretty fucked up. Marty and I are separated. Well, there'll be more. You'll see. RJ is a joke, unfortunately. Jason, RJ, are you talking like, okay, is that, I'm not sure it's RJ if it's me you're talking about. I'm not sure, but whatever. Well, did Cole interview Silo? Yeah, I wonder why Tony Silo, if you ever listen, I've called you. Remember the conversations that we were having, and I called you back, and you don't call back. Lee Cole is not good in my opinion, but wish him. Listen, very flat on his delivery, but his show is growing. James has added something to it. And again, Mob and Mob Tube genre has people that never been in the life that they talk about. Is Percocet? Oh, RJ Reynolds. I don't know these people. Man, Mikey Scars. I think he's the one that reached out to me. I was looking back, like way back. Lee is probably a liar, but he isn't trustworthy. I'm not saying. Well, I know he lied about something about me. Mikey Scar's a very powerful guy. Yeah, Rada. They eventually Rada himself took down more people than Sammy. Lee is a snake. He would throw an MF under the brick. Lee will do anything for content. Anything. You didn't see that video he made? What video? Lee both threw me under the bus tonight. Shocking. Shocking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lee Cole threw me under the bus. It wasn't engaging, bro. He was nervous. It's all right. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Jason, you can't. More than ever, I see you can't undo addiction and prison, right? Can't undo it. It's all the same. We incarcerate drug addicts. That's what our country does. That's what we do. I'm just sitting here letting you guys run on. Okay, Lee Cole is a low-life, rat-loving, degenerate scumbag. Rob, Lee Cole's not your friend. Did he say, Rob, come to my house that night? You were on Oklahoma and Texas having a bad episode. Come on, bro. Be real. Johnny Bradfield. Rob, Lee Cole's not your friend. Did he say, Rob, come to my house that night? You were in Oklahoma having a bad episode. Come on, bro. Be real. Johnny Bradfield. Lee Cole. I told him I wasn't sleeping at his house. We were meeting in Texas. And we did talk about me going over there later. 1,000% true. I was leaving for one reason, to get out of here and sober up. Lee, he called. It wasn't like, oh, I got to call Lee and say where I'm going. That's not what happened. Hold on a second. And I'm not going to read text, but I'll tell you right now. I'll get the. So that was April. Oh, Marta probably erased a lot of this shit. Marta took my phone over and blocked people. How's your counselor? Okay, so was it the 23rd I left? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's when everything's. Oh, here it is. Wait, hold on. No, that's not. Oh, that's kid. 420, let me know if anything can help you with. I'm an ex-addict. I understand. That's after I did that video. I'm going to do the video that I did. That video where I was all fucked up, I've got it. I just saw it recently, and I'm going to talk about it and do it. This is from Mike DeBella when I was doing the video, I believe. I think so. Anyway, Lee Cole. I deleted him. I deleted him and erased our shit the other day. That's what happened. After he wouldn't take the interview down, I just said I'll never talk to him. There's people I've just got no reason to ever speak to again. And that's the truth. So, but yes, Johnny. 6 o'clock in the morning, I landed in Shamrock, which is close to Amarillo. And I couldn't drive no more. I was out of it. And I wasn't on drugs when I left here. I was on drugs the day before. Whatever I did, I don't even know. That's the first time I've did a full blackout. I have no recollection of what happened. There's bits and pieces that are coming back. But and let me tell you something. Like, for example, I remember everything I said in that video. I didn't know that my demeanor, and then I was so like, okay. I remember the conversation. I remember doing the short. Lee Cole, I'm coming down to see you. And he got on and he's telling people he's afraid or whatever he did, whatever he said. I talked to him. We both laughed about it. And then he was like, you were going to scare me and this and that. No. And so, yeah, it was weird. I was all weird. And I didn't know that I didn't know the things he said to somebody else afterwards. I just found that out the other day. and I saw what he said about me and all that. I don't care. And I remember him downplaying. You know what? If you're a junkie motherfucker, embrace it. No matter what stage of your addiction you're in, embrace it. Don't run and hide from it because you're in the mob genre. Because mob guys look down on people who get high. Fuck them. It's addiction's fucked up because you destroy your family and destroy people and all that stuff. But there's all these, and I'm not even going to get in. And I said before, I will come on and do it in addiction recovery prison, Jason. Infoconvictinc@gmail.com. Infoconvictinc@gmail.com. Okay. The frauds in the mob that get high, that are undercover. But anyway, that's what's up. Make that money, buddy. You're hurting. Fuck yes, I'm hurting. I'm down the lowest I've ever been. Just be yourself. Absolutely. I heard him say, like, during the video with me, the interview, oh, I've never been like an addict like you, blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? Stop it. But that's not the point. I don't care. Rob Conrad addict, you G-Joyd phone numbers. I hope you got to use them. AV closed mouth, don't get free. I don't know what you're saying at all. Greg, I'm sorry. I don't. Rob, call another addict. You. I hear. I'm not sure what you're saying. So I don't know a lot of the abbreviation shit. Oh, being arrested for revenue-generated victimless offenses. Okay, thanks. All the money they stole from me. Okay. All right, hold on. Silo can't have a real interview, Robert. James is Lee's. I like James, man. I'm a back guy from Atlanta, and I want to ask a former NLR member, do you see white people different after the Aryan Brotherhood beef? Because I feel you stereotype me off other blacks. Atlanta Ray. Damn, well, he's gone, man, and I'm sorry. So I'm a black guy from Atlanta, and I want to ask a former, do you see white people different? Oh, stereotype you off other blacks? Ray. People that have been in prison, white guys that have been in prison, pink guys that have been in prison, black guys are prejudiced. There's a natural prejudice that starts developing in a lot of cases. Prison is the most segregated, race discriminating place you can be. I have said that a lot of, I always had what people would call the token black friend, and it was always like the most radical, you know? And okay, when you told the story and not losing that money, all I can think about was John Goodman with Z. You can't interview a liar. It makes you look bad. Mark Wahlberg. Lee Cole has all the charm of a slug. Stupid. Watching you not. Okay, I whatever. Smash the like button. It's okay. What tune blast in the background as Silo signs in? Mikey Scars rat on his best friend. Awesome. Mikey Scars has been a punk his whole life. We're from the same neighborhood and know the same people. Right on, Johnny. I need to get at you sometime, Rob. Need someone to talk to you about the Suboxone. Carpetbagger, they want me to stay on Suboxone. Lee said he was scared, bro, when you called him last night. That fucking stop it. Don't get me fired up. You guys are trying to drag me, ain't you? Trying to get me to do it because I'm just sitting here rattling. He's lying. He's lying. Lying. He laughed. Maybe get a horse than that. And like I said, it's not about that. The whole thing is when I asked him to take down the message because it could cause me legal problems because I didn't want to disrespect the courts, my PO, the whole probation department, and he wouldn't. That's when I said, fuck him. That's when I said, I got to do what I got to do. It seems like Z Lee is trying to get subs with your real life. Dude, hey, Greg, you know who went off on me about that? My separated went off. She's like, they need real people. They're nobody's people. They've never done nothing. They've never done it. They've never had these experiences. They've never been around people. I have no idea why I became close with so many people that are, I'm not going to say infamous, that people are intrigued about. That genre wants to, I have no idea. I have no idea why my life took that direction. To put me here on this shit, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why so many of them confided in. I don't know. It's the truth. I don't know why Carmine Personal became like a dad to me. But these guys like would blow me just to really get inside my brain so they can have some content. They need people that have been somewhere. And the whole mob tube genre is it's people regurgitating things that they heard. And you get somebody that came in there now and then. You got a picture of him in a boxing ring. This one's got a picture of him over here touching this guy's nutsack, and it's weird. But look, man, people like it. So how can you actually? So at the same time, how do you knock it? It's baffling. It's baffling that I tuned out since like December of last year. I come back and everything I predicted has come true. There's been a few exceptions. The people that hate each other. I predicted that shit. It was so clear. It was so easy. Seriously. It was so easy to predict. But they need that content. Angel Gotti can stay in the arena and run that shit because she's John Gotti's daughter. And if she wanted to if she wanted to take all the mob stories and to put them in a collection, I think she can do it. I heard Lee say something when he said the Patreon page. He's right. And that's why he's trying to latch onto her. But I never take away from people when I see something. He's grown that show. People go to him. Jeff Nadeau's got a pretty decent show. They've never been, they're whatever. And I heard Jeff say that I thought I was going to make a lot of money. One of my downfalls, I thought I was going to make a lot of money and it didn't transpire. False. It didn't even care about the money in YouTube. My YouTube channel I never put any effort into. That's the problem. I didn't meet Lockdown 23 and people said he was an ass. I didn't meet Lockdown 23 and 1. A few people said he was an ass. Any of you sign up, Sonny? Nice. Here, Johnny, let's see. Jason, not John Jr., another guy from 20th Avenue. Not going to mention my name. If you're from Bensonhurst, you know what I'm talking about. I don't. Only fans. All right. 0, not even codeine. See this. I want to see this. I had a very close friend I never knew was an addict until he overdosed and died. Nobody knew because he hid it so well. Great job, great family. No one had a clue. Fucking sad. Sad. I've been ridiculed because I've lied about my addiction issues and movie with Mark Wahlberg's degenerate. Stop partying after high school, people. It's never been a party after that. It's been a self-medicating walk of rehab with the guy that took Suboxone, and we left at the same time. Lee Cole looks up to those people. He should have been taken down, period. You're a likable dude in real sees real drug Paris. No, bro. Suboxone. The methadone are just government-made opiates. Okay, here we go. Suboxone and methadone are just government-made opiates that keep you hooked, but get the rich partial agnostic. I'm trying to think of the word. I can't say it. What's PJ, Florida? Vibes. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's awesome, the truth. There's nothing like watching a wise guy enthusiast light up over his favorite wise guy. Holy shit, that was classic. You did smash all them dudes in the mob drama. Took them out. I'm saying it with an attitude, too. I'm saying it with an attitude. I know I did. I knew I did when I was doing it. I'm going to be humble. I never been as such to go near that crap. It really hit me like a brick. I don't even believe it. It really opened my eyes about the entire problem. Okay. I would have never suspected him to, oh, your friend. Florida pill mill. I knew drug dealers that left and started investing in pill mills. Florida pill mill days. No wonder you guys can't get shit. The lying is the start. Oh, that's awesome. 200 Roxy's. Yo, Mike was a great guest. PJ, Florida Vibes. Mike spits knowledge. Yo. Mike has grown so much. He's grown so much as a person. Listen, he used to go in my cell and talk and just to get it off his shoulders, basically over his old lady that was in the joint that he never talked to. When he got out, like I said, Steve Bananas, all right, he shut it all down. But Mike, good interview. The truth. Nice, the truth. Nice. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Are we down? Okay, guys. I'll let you guys do your thing. Thanks for joining me. Sorry that it came out the way it did. Really, I tried. I mean, it was one of those things. I had a bad interview, bad night. Take care. I appreciate you guys staying around. Bye. What's this? Holy shit. I was just looking at Matt Davenport, Henry D, and Adam Irish Conundrum. Again, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate it.